We're here on January 5th at 1:35 a.m. to talk a little about how day one of Robot in 3 Days Brazil went. We're here with Eduardo and Felipe. They'll share a bit about everything we went through, ideas that work, ideas that didn't work, and how our schedule for today went. So let's hear from them a little bit. Today we started the day with a strategy meeting, organizing how the Robot in 3 days will be. After that, we had the kickoff, analyzed the game, divided into groups focused on the field, reef, and the other part of the field. We also had groups focusing on part 1, the algae, and the coral piece. Could you give us a summary of which tests were done, and in these tests, which ideas will move forward and which ones will be dropped today? So we started mainly focusing on different wheels and how to interact with the pieces. That was our initial test. We tested the contained wheels, Corson wheels, and store wheels on both the algae and coral. After doing these tests and analyzing them, we identified which wheels worked the best. We also did some more dedicated tests, checking how the piece fits into the bumper, how we kick the algae piece into the processor, and so on. After these tests, we've already started thinking about more refined prototypes, ones that could be on the robot for tomorrow. Right now, we're finishing the design of the second prototype for collecting the algae. We're moving into the final analysis phase before we can machine the part and test it later tonight. What can we expect in terms of technical progress by tomorrow before noon? We expect that the algae part will be ready, machined, and ready for testing by noon tomorrow. For the coral collection part, we're also considering how it will be scored and how we can place the corals into the reef. However, since it's a bit more complex due to the arm mechanism, we're hoping to at least have the prototype idea ready by noon. Felipe, how are the projects going? What can we expect from how the robot will function? Well, the ideas we have so far is that we'll have a single intake capable of collecting both algae and corals, then it will direct them to an arm, which will position the corals and also serve as an outtake for the algae. We had initially defined groups as intake, outtake, climb, and arm. We quickly realized that pieces 1 and 2 are quite different, so we had to think about different ways to release them.
Nós logo notamos quando começou que a peça 1 e a peça 2 são bem diferentes, então a gente tem que pensar em formas diferentes, principalmente de liberar elas, que seria o outtake.
The outtake group had to be adjusted, so now the team working on the intake is also thinking about the algae outtake, because we realized it's possible to use the same part to collect the algae and send it for scoring. Now, the group that was working on the outtake, focused on scoring, will shift primarily to scoring the corals, which will be handled by the arm group. Our initial plan before starting Robot in 3 days was to use a standard landmark chassis. However, the one we had was not the updated model, so we decided not to use it. But we're already planning to get a new model next year to make it easier for other teams to adapt, hear feedback from the systems, and only incorporate changes if necessary. Let's talk a bit about the event documentation, right? Live stories and videos. Today we shot several reels and shorts for YouTube and recorded 3 videos that will be published tomorrow, in addition to the next tests that the construction team will be doing. So tomorrow there will be a lot of videos on YouTube, plenty of shorts like today, and you can expect to see that very soon.